Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon obviously who you are and when you're watching this, because it will be in the feed after the live is over in case you missed the live. But maybe that's you right now. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about probability or possibilities here today. And I'm coming from my experience with one of my teachers. Now, while we're waiting for Instagram to notify everyone that we're here live, let me just riff on this for a minute. I've had some really amazing teachers in my life. I've been blessed to have, hi Melissa, some really amazing teachers in my life. And what I know is that teachers are vitally important. You really can't get the information that you need unless you have a great teacher. You can't get it from books, you can't get it from videos, you can't get it from going on YouTube. I'm not saying those things aren't important. I mean, I read every single day, but you've got to have a great teacher. I've had teachers in alchemy, which have taught me amazing things about transmutation and your ability to transmute what appears to be trash into treasure. I've had amazing teachers in business who have taught me how to grow an Inc. 500, $10 million business in my last business. I've had amazing teachers in spiritual traditions and shamanic traditions. And today's topic is called possibility or probability. And I'm referencing, if you will, my shamanic teacher. I studied the Toltec tradition in Peru for many, many years. And my shamanic Toltec teacher's name was Don Jose Luis. Not to be confused with Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the Four Agreements. Completely different person. Don Jose Luis was my teacher's name. And you're not going to find him writing books. You're not going to find him on the internet. He's high in the Andes Mountains of Peru. But nonetheless, he said to me once, Santiago, that's what he called me, Santiago, you must always, please listen to this, you must always focus on unlimited possibility versus probability. You get that? Let me repeat that because it's really profound. You must always focus on unlimited possibility versus probability. Now, I'm curious, what do you do? Because most people, I'm going to suggest to you, because I talk to people every single day, most people are focused on probability. They look at what's going on in the world right now and they say, this is probably going to happen. They look at what's going on in their business right now and they say, this is probably going to happen. They look at what's going on in their health right now and they say, this is probably going to happen. And most of those problems aren't that pretty. Are you with me on this? What most of us do, if we're not really, really on top of our emotional game, mental and emotional game, is we go into the future in our imagination, and we fail miserably. And then we bring it back into the moment. Hey, Ornella, we bring it back into the present, and we get worried about it. You follow me on this? This is vitally important to understand. You want to get rid of anxiety and worry? Then stop going into the future and failing in your imagination. I was talking with a client just on Monday night who said, I spend most of my time worrying about things that are going to happen in the future. Well, how many times have you, like me, worried about something that never ever happened? I know you've done this. I've certainly done it. Worry is a wasted emotion. You can't worry enough to fix anything. Did you get me on that? You can't worry enough to fix anything. And in fact, the more you worry, the least resourceful, the least resilient, the least peaceful, the least fulfilled you really are. And so what are you doing? Going back to my teacher, Don Jose Luis, are you focused on ultimate possibility or on probability? Unless you're highly unusual, you're focused on probability. And the reason for that is your conditioning. Now, quantum physics is the mysticism of the 21st century. I've had some great teachers in quantum physics as well, and I'm not a physicist. But I've studied it for over 20 years. And I knew when I started studying it, even though it was very difficult and very complicated, that there was something there of value for my life and for your life. You see, quantum physics is the mysticism of the 21st century. Quantum physics is the fundamental, the foundation of this universe and how it works. And it's incredibly mystical and magical. Quantum physics tells you that you are a magical being. Now, they don't use those words because that's not very scientific, but that's what they tell you. They tell you that you can pull from the field of unlimited possibility. You can pull from that field. Call that field God, call that field universal intelligence, call it whatever you will. You can pull from that field and you can create through mental alchemy what you choose to create. Now, I'm not suggesting this is easy. It's not easy because we get knocked off track by the things that are programmed into us. We get knocked off track by the news. We get knocked off track by our surroundings. We get knocked off track by things that currently appear. But you see, the Christ told us, judge not by appearances. My teacher is not Don Miguel Ruiz, Ornella. I tried to make that really clear. My teacher is Don Manuel, or Don Jose Luis. His teacher was Don Manuel. Anyway, I digress. Quantum physics tells us that we have the ability to create our reality. And you're doing it right now. You're doing it right now through the observer effect, based upon what you observe, based upon what you focus on. How many times have I mentioned over decades, energy flows where attention goes, all the way back to The Secret. And prior to The Secret, I talked about energy flows where attention goes. And that is fundamentally a scientific principle now. Energy flows where attention goes. You move towards what you focus on. I've shared these things for decades. What are you focusing on right now? Because look, we live in a world that's full of turbulence. Let's face it. And some people are saying that the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Some people are looking at the turbulence and they're saying, I'm doomed. The probability is that I'm going to get X. Well, there's an unlimited possibility that you won't get X, you'll get Y. Do you follow me on this? And so going back to my teacher, Don Jose Luis, who said to me, Santiago, you must focus on unlimited possibility versus probability. Easier said than done, because your programming keeps you focused on probability. Your programming keeps you attached to the physical world. Your programming keeps you living from sight versus vision. Big difference. Sight is seen with the eyes. You observe something, you see it in the physical world, and you make a judgment about it. Vision is seeing through the eyes. Get the difference? Vision is a spiritual activity. Sight is a physiological activity. Those who are leaders in this world, those who are going to not just survive, but thrive in this turbulent time, are those who can focus on unlimited possibility. Those who look at the turbulence that are going on right now and say, hey, we're not going to hell in a handbasket. We're going through a rebirthing process. Because let me tell you something. Look at the word emergency. I like the word emergency because an emergency is an opportunity for a new emergent. Same root. You follow me? When you are experiencing an emergency in your life, your finances, your relationships, that's life pushing you, prodding you, pulling you, encouraging you to allow a space for a new emergent. So how do you master these things? I could riff on this all day long. And thank you for all your comments and thank you for your attention. I really am honored by it. I can riff on it all day long and you don't have all day and neither do I. Let me sum this up. If this is resonating with you and you're ready to take your power back, if you're ready to become a true magician, to be able to create willful change in the fabric of your universe, if you're ready to disconnect and to clean up past programming so that you're not focused on the probabilities of the past, but you're focusing on the unlimited possibilities of the future. You see, the past tells you nothing but the past. You should learn from the past, you should experience the past, and you should move forward to create a better future based upon what you've learned. If you're ready to do that, then we have an experience that's starting on Friday. It's live online via Zoom, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's called Quantum Leap. It's called Quantum Leap, and it literally creates quantum leaps in your life. The spiritual, emotional healing you will experience in Quantum Leap are going to set you free. And I know that's a bold claim, but we'll back it up. And it's not just me talking. It's live. It's interactive. You can ask questions. We put you into work groups. So you have a workbook. It's highly interactive and experiential. And if you like the little bit of quantum physics I gave you here today, we're going to get into it a big way and explain it and simplify it because that's how I need it. I'm not a physicist in Quantum Leap. So we'd love to have you join us. It's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting on the 13th. And you know, if you've had quantum leaps, Ornella, there's many more to come. And we'd love to help support you in that happening and occurring. And there's no better time to invest in your own mental toughness and emotional strength. There's no better time for you to invest in your own emotional intelligence. There's no better time for you to be reminded and to remember who you truly are, your God-given capability, than turbulent times. What most people want to do is just scramble and hustle and work in the exterior world. But let me promise you this, quantum physics as well as mysticism proves to us that the external world is a reflection of your internal world. So enough on that. Thank you for your attention. Go to our bio here and come join me in Bersabeh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Quantum Leap. Grab your seat, go to our bio, look, get the drop-down menu, go to upcoming events, find Quantum Leap. You can get all the details, all the specifics there. Grab your seat and come join us, and we'll plug you into a growth-minded community who is ready to make a difference in their own lives and make a difference in the world. Again, thank you so much for a couple moments of your day. I'll look forward to supporting you and helping you in Quantum Leap. God bless. Lots of love.